Hi there, welcome to today's painting tutorial. In this episode, we're going to paint a strawberry with acrylic paints. And if you want to paint along with me, you can find the link to the sketch in the description below, as well as the brushes that I'm going to be using and all the colors. And I'm starting off by adding a acrylic drying retarder to the paint. So I just want to put a few drops into the paint so that we can get some nice blends. And let's start with this size 0 round brush. I'm going to take some of this burnt umber paint and I want to add a little bit of an outline. So I'm going to put some of this burnt umber under here, and then I'm going to put some along the top here to sort of outline . Okay, so now let's make a dark color. So I'm going to switch to the size 9 filbert. And we're going to mix some of this brilliant red with some of this burnt umber to make a nice dark red color. It almost looks like a maroon. And also I'm going to spray the canvas. And this is also going to help the acrylic paint to blend better. Just one spray is good. Let's take this dark red and I'm going to start putting it over here at the top. And then around this area. And over here. Okay, I'm going to add some more brown because I think I want it to be a little bit darker. So now let's adjust the value so that it's a little bit lighter. So we still have some brown in there, but more red. And then we're going to start adding that around this darker color that we just put in. Okay, so now I'm going to add that color over to this side. And let's add a little bit of brown in there. So now let's transition into a little bit more of a pink color. So I have this rose pink that is a little bit muted. It's a little bit of a cooler shade. And so we'll add some of that to the red in here and let's see what we can get. Kind of a dark color. Add some brown in there as well. And then let's see if we can add that in here and sort of transition. Okay, so now I'm going to rinse the brush. And I want to take some straight red and let's start putting that in. I'll put some down here at the bottom. I also let these colors blend together. That water is helping it blend as well as the blending medium or the acrylic retarder. And then let's add this coral pink, which is a very warm color. Putting that near the bottom. So now we want to get a little bit lighter because we're getting towards the highlight area. So let's take some of this rose pink, mix it with that other mix that we just made, and see if we can transition. Then let's take the straight rose pink and add a layer of that. Then let's take some white and then put that in as the highlight. And sort of blend this together. And the filbert brushes are great for blending. Okay, so I'm going to add some of this peach color over to this side. And then some of the muted pink at the top here. And let's sort of blend that together. That retarder is helping me continue to blend and work wet and wet right on the canvas. And then it's kind of like working with oil paints, which is really fun. Okay, let's bring a little bit more peach over here. So that looks good. I'm going to let that dry and then we'll move on to the stem. And for that, I'm going to use a 0 round brush for detail. And I have some sap green here. I'm going to mix that with some burnt umber to make a dark green color. And let's add that as a transition. And I'm going to grab the straight sap green and then start filling in that area, kind of in the center of the leaves. I'm going to mix the sap green together with this light green, grass green, I would call it. And then let's add that as a second layer here. And then we have a nice gradation of color. Now let's pick up a pure grass green and then put that along the top. And then allow it to mix with that soft green mixture. And you can get a nice smooth blend. I'm going to take some white and try to create a highlight here. I can add a little bit of sap green to get kind of a minty green for the highlight. Put that in there. A little bit more white. Now we can go back and add some detail to the strawberry. So I'm going to take the size 0 round brush to do that. And I added a little bit of yellow onto the palette. So let's start with a mid-tone yellow. See how that shows up as these little seeds. Okay, so you can put these on. Just try to let the brush do the work and give you the shape of the seed instead of trying to paint the individual shape. Just press and lift down. Try to make it random so that it's not too symmetrical so that it looks more natural. Okay, then you can add a little bit of burnt umber in there to see if you can create a light brown, brownish color. And let's put that around to create sort of the shadow around the seeds. I'm doing that in the darker areas, and then I can actually do it on this side too. Okay, and then on the other side, I want to add sort of like a highlight around that. So we can take some of the cooler pink and some white. And then see if you can add maybe just a little bit of a C shape around the seeds. You can do it on the other side if you added the brown. Okay. I'll try to put some of these as little dots. And then I'm going to take the brown and add a shadow. Okay, so you can take your time doing that and add as much detail as you would like. I'm going to add some final highlights here. So let's take the white paint. I'm going to go around the seeds. Just to create that final highlight. And then I'm going to rinse off the brush and see if I can blend that out. Just so it's not too harsh. Okay, and we will call this painting complete. Thank you so much for painting along with me. Please like and subscribe for more tutorials, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!